Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do the collective tarot for today. Today is Thursday, July 17th, 2025. You may follow me on the Talk, the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, God's kiss. We love that for you. Whatever doesn't, just leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. We're going to use Intuitive City Oracle, Rob Barthelman. You can find that at intuitiveintention.com, My Intuitive Intention on Etsy, and in the TikTok shop. We got 2 on the table. I'm not going to lie, I'm tired. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. 2-3 hours maybe? Maybe. 3 on the table. Four on the table. So it's kind of funny, but I will say this. Other than the fact that we've been having issues with our system at work, which is really annoying, I've been getting to work early in the morning and vegging in my car listening to music, and it couldn't make the day go by better for me. Like, I love doing it now. I love doing it. We got 5 on the table. I got 6 on the table. We're going to do 2 more shuffles. This is interesting. I thought the last one was interesting. This is interesting. We got 7. I think it's a major. Let me pick it up. Oh boy. All right, we got 7 cards, 1 major. Last shuffle, 8 cards, 9 cards, 2 majors. Ooh, 10 cards, 3 majors. Okay. All right. Okie dokie. We got 7 of Cups. We've got Page of Cups. We've got the Knight of Cups. We've got the King of Wands. We got the Page of Swords. We've got the 4 of Cups. We've got the Lovers. The Lovers. We've got the Chariot. We've got 5 of Wands. And then bottom of the deck, we've got the Magician. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. It doesn't matter. So 2 things in my head. One, this is someone with a lot of aspirations, but with the Page of Cups, this is someone like when they were younger, okay? When they were younger, they had all these aspirations, these dreams, these desires, all these things that they wanted to accomplish for themselves. You know, like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to make this amount of money, and I'm going to live here, and I'm going to have 3 cars. And with the King of Wands, they had the vision to back it up, right? To me, with the Page of Swords, it's almost like someone like looking back on their past and being like, how come like I didn't accomplish this stuff? Like how come it's taken me so long to get here? And why haven't I accomplished all that I've wanted to accomplish? With the 4 of Cups, the 4 of Cups, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm looking at it and it's giving me like a pissed off energy. Like somebody being pissed off at themselves. Now, whoever this person is, like this is someone coming into a lover's connection, okay? Now, you can say that the lovers with partnership, like this could be like a work situation, something like that. So that could technically resonate, right? Because this would be somebody having all these dreams for themselves when they were younger and being pissed off that they didn't put them into play sooner. And now with the Lover's card and the Chariot, like now they're going to make things happen for themselves. But with the 5 of Wands, like they're making it a little difficult. Like there's something that's a little difficult for them. This is something with the Magician that they manifested for, they've been working towards. And it could be like a lover's connection as well, like somebody coming into a lover's connection, meeting their significant other and then realizing that they still have, with the 5 of Wands, they still have all these dreams and aspirations, but does it include this lover, this person, this partnership? But they manifested for this. Like the second thing I'm getting is with the Page of Cups, this is a youthful, like this is a younger person. Like this is a younger person, right? Maybe just out of college. Maybe they never went to college, whatever the case may be. They have ideas. They have things they want to do for themselves. But it's almost like they're finding it with the 4 of Cups and the 5 of Wands. Like they're finding it more difficult than they expected. And again, with the Chariot, with the Lovers, like they want to go towards some type of connection to basically stabilize their future. Again, it could be a work connection, it could be a romance connection, it could be both, y'all. It really could be both. Because sometimes, I'll just say this, when some people get into connections, if they get into connections like with a divine partner, a soulmate, like sky's the limit. The two of you could work together to create a whole new world for yourself. So it would involve a romantic relationship. It would involve a working relationship. There's just so much energy here. There really is a lot of energy here. It's almost making me even more tired than I already was. It's good energy. It's good energy. If this youthful person, this younger person gets into this lover's connection with another person, like a romance, there might be with the 5 of Wands some differences there. Okay? It could be race, it could be age. It could just be too like a clash of personality. It could be like, like they want to be like a musician and this person wants to be, I don't know, like a cook, a chef, right? Like how are we going to work together if we're doing two separate things? That's easy. You support each other. It's not like you're going to, I mean, you could help cook their meals and they could help you write music, right? Right? When you have two ambitious people come together, they can create anything. And I just heard they can create fire. I mean, I still have friends that say, "Oh, that's fire. That's fire." Is that even still a thing? Like, do people even? I never said that. Like, I never say that. But I have friends that are like, "Oh, that's fire," and it's like, isn't that over with? Like, isn't that done? Isn't there a new word by now? Can I create the new word? Can I come up with the new word? I'll have to think about it. And it's funny to, well, not funny, but it's funny. When you're young, you have all these dreams for yourself, Like, you think you have unlimited potential. Do you know what I mean? And in regards to a lover situation, this younger person goes towards somebody because they realize, like, this is their person, this is their connection. With the chariot, they come in fast. This is something that was manifested for, whether by that young person or the other person or both. Because again, it almost with the with the page of swords, the four of cups, and the five of wands, it almost gives that energy of two people, like an odd couple, kind of like people would look at them and be like, well, what are they doing together? Like, who would have thought that would happen? We got that yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? I saw it in a read, one of my favorite readers. I think it was the beginning of the week, or maybe it was even on last weekend. And she did this reading, and she was like, now, like, it makes me laugh, but she was like, oh, you're going to get into this connection, but it's like it's going to be different, and there's going to be differences between the two of you. And then she was like, why am I hearing age? Like, one of you's going to be older and one of you's going to be younger, and one of you's going to have like a stigma about it. Well, of course, the older person is probably going to be the one that has the stigma, right? I mean, that would make sense to me. Like I told you guys, if you follow me, if you subscribe, I told you guys, like, this week, last week, like, I had that epiphany where I realized, like, I like younger men. Like, I always say I like older men, but I feel like I like younger men. So, well, I know I like younger men. So when I watched that reading and she said that, she's like, oh, the age might be, a thing. I'm the one that's older. Like, I'm the one that's older. They would be younger, man or woman. Like, I would probably be the one that would feel some type of way about it, like, oh, people are judging me because I'm with a younger man or I'm with a younger woman, and oh my god, you're too old for them, or they're too young for you, or how does that even work, or when in reality, it just doesn't matter. At a certain point, it doesn't matter. Does it matter when you have like a 14-year-old boy or girl and a 26-year-old man or woman? Yes. Yes. That's not good. That's not okay. But when you have two adults, and everybody, some people will be like, "Oh my god, you were such and such age when they were born. That's disgusting." Okay, yes. But like adults, like we're talking adults. If I'm 45 and I date like a 30-year-old, okay, some people might look at it, some people might say something. But in reality, like, it's a 15-year difference, and we're both adults. We both know at that point what the deal is. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying. Like, there's certain situations, obviously, where it is not okay. Legally, it's not okay. And there are other situations where, like, I look at it and it doesn't really bother me. And maybe, I know a lot of people too will be like, oh, they're the age of your kid, this, that, and the other. I realize that people that have children or that think about children, they'd be like, oh, well, you're going to have a relationship with someone that's the same age as your daughter or your son, or. I mean, I don't have that problem because I don't have a kid. To me, the only way that that's weird to me, like, okay, like, if I started dating a younger guy, right, and let's say I start dating a 25-year-old guy and I have a 20-year-old son. Like, at this point, a 20-year-old son, they should be old enough to be okay with that type of, you know, relationship that I'm in, right? At the same time, I don't think there's any requirement there for any type of friendship or relationship between the son and the boyfriend. I don't think there's any, like, they get along, they don't get along. I don't think neither one of them is required to have some type of connection. That being said, I could understand where the son would probably look at that and feel a little weird about it, like, oh, you're dating somebody only 5 years older than me. But I don't know. I don't know. I got a lot of thoughts on it. I'm sure everybody else has a lot of thoughts on it too. I know that if you guys ever watch him on TikTok, Chazinator, um, I think he lives in Illinois, I think. South of Chicago, I want to say, or maybe Indiana. Maybe Indiana. Um, he's gay, he's married, he's been married for a while. But when he was a kid, he grew up in a very dysfunctional household and he married a woman, okay? When he was like 14, I think he said. He married an adult woman, so like I think someone like in their 30s maybe, somewhere in there. He was 14 and he married this woman and she had two kids. I want to say two daughters who weren't really that much younger than him when you think about it. I think one was like 6 and one was 8 or something like that. And he was fathering these two kids, he was a father to them. He loved them like they were his two kids, but he's literally like a 14-year-old kid. That is dysfunctional. That is a little cuckoo. He's talked about it on his channel before, about how it took him a long time to recognize that that was a form of abuse, you know? Like, he should have never married that woman at 14. He should have never been sleeping with a 30 something year old woman at 14 and raising her kids with her, you know? Like, it took him a long time to recognize that as a form of abuse. That I could see, you know, like, that is weird. That is not okay. Most definitely not. Anyway, I just had to share that because I think he has an interesting story. He has an interesting history background. And he's funny as hell. He's really funny. Chazinator, something like that on TikTok. He's very political right now, though. I will just say that. Like, he doesn't like Trump, and he has, if you know Mama Tot on TikTok, like, they have this ongoing feud. I don't really like her. I think she's fake as hell, but some people love her. Whatever. Okay, and either scenario, whether this is a person that had these youthful dreams and desires, or whether this is a younger person now with dreams and desires, whoever they're going towards for their lover's connection, if they're going towards someone for a lover's connection, this is somebody that they really want to be with. Like, this is somebody that they really tried to fight their feelings for. And again, the business side of it, the situation side of it, connection side of it, it's definitely something that this person was upset that they either didn't get sooner, or like they didn't realize they'd have to work so hard for it, kind of thing. Not in a bad way. It's not like this person's lazy or anything. I don't know why I keep seeing, I like one of those like old fashioned like drive through diners. We have a couple here in like the Chicagoland area, like revamped ones, newer ones, but we have one in the next town over called Dogs and Suds. Their food's okay. I think you go there mostly for the atmosphere, not necessarily for the food, but that's just me. But yeah, I'm picturing like an old time diner. It's white. It kind of reminds me of like a Steak and Shake, but it's not a Steak and Shake. But it's like a white building. I don't know. For some reason, I just started thinking of White Castle, and it made me laugh because we don't have any White Castles around here anymore. I think they're all gone. I think they are. There used to be one in Gurnee, Illinois. I think it's gone. I could be wrong. And I don't know. Okay, so I'm also seeing like helicopter. I don't know what that would mean for somebody. Maybe somebody's in the military, or maybe somebody thought about going in the military, or maybe somebody's always wanted to ride on a helicopter or own a helicopter. I don't know. I know it's going to sound weird, but like when I looked at this Knight of Cups, if you kind of don't look at it too closely, it reminds me of like propellers, like spinning. And if you don't look at this too closely, like in the background, I don't know why, but I feel like there would be a helicopter back there. Like there's a helicopter back there. I don't know. I see what I say. It's kind of funny too with the King of Wands. When you look at this card, you see all those people down there, and you see this one person on the podium. I'm just picturing like, I think I've said this before, almost like those aren't people, like those are ideas. Like somebody has a lot of ideas. Like if an idea was a person, like this person has, yeah. So like the card says creative vision. That's what Rob Barthelman put on there. But it's almost like this person projects vision, and the vision is the people. Like each one is some type of idea that this person is projecting onto the world. It's kind of cool. It's kind of nifty. I think I was covering my mic. All right, I think I'm going to leave it there. I hope it resonated for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you were entertained. I hope everybody has a great day and or night. I'll talk to you later. Bye.